Hello, my name is Kayla and welcome to Tips and Tricks Tuesday, where I'll be sharing with you all the latest tips and tricks in PVFARM. For example, did you know you can assign priorities to your sub areas? I'm going to open up my layout tab and I'm going to set up a sub area. And we're just going to start off with all of our boundaries so that the entire thing is one sub area. Notice this is an unblocked layout, so we're going to come through and we're going to block this using a couple different sizes of inverters. So I'm going to be using the T-mic modular inverters for this. So I believe for this layout, I'm going to end up using 1, 3, and 6 module inverters. So let's start off with our largest size because we want it to prioritize the 6 modules since those are the more cost efficient in size. So let's start off with this T-mic SolarWare 6 mod. And I'm going to make sure my blocking is turned on, and then I'm going to update my layout. All right, now notice that there is significantly less here than there was when we had it before it was blocked. That's because this is a larger inverter, so it needs larger block sizes. And so where it wasn't able to place anything, it didn't. So also notice that we have a red boundary around all of our equipment. That is indicating that that equipment is placed in a sub area. So now that we have this, let's go on to the next step where we're going to be running with 3 module inverters. So I'm going to come to my sub areas. I'm going to add a new one. Once again, I'm going to select all of my boundaries. The big difference here is I'm going to change my priority from 1 of 2 to 2 of 2. And notice that my sub area 1 is still set to 1 of 2. So with sub area 2 selected, I'm going to say OK. And now I'm going to use my T-mic 3 module inverter. So I'm going to select that and I'm going to update. OK, so now you're going to notice that everything in sub area 1 has completely not been moved. We have just filled in gaps where it could not make blocks using the constraints of sub area 1. It's now put in using constraints of sub area 2. So you see we're starting to fill out a few sections here. So now let's go to our smallest inverter size. So I'm going to come up, I'm going to make a 3rd sub area, and I'm going to change that priority to 3. There we go. Once again, selecting all of my boundaries. And notice that we're still at 2 of 3 and 1 of 3 with our other 2 sub areas. So keeping this sub area 3 active, we're now going to use the T-mic 1 mod, and we're going to do our final update. Okay, so now we can see that it's come in and it's filled even more small areas in where the 6 mod and the 3 mod inverter weren't able to make it work. So you can use this strategy for many different things, like setting different tracker lengths, anything like that. Just keep in mind that the most important part is that you have your sub areas and that you are applying those priorities appropriately. I hope this helped. I'll talk to you next week.